Little boot care video today. If you follow my channel, you'll know that my winter boots for the past year have been the Red Wing Sawmills. These are the 2927s in the Briar oil slick leather. I review a lot of boots, I wear a lot of boots, but these are the ones that I've always turned to on a wet and windy day in the UK here. And they're running a little bit dry. So they've started to pick up a bit of patina, which is quite nice. But they are just looking a little bit dry, feeling a little bit stiff. And I think, if these are going to be my winter boots, my weatherproof boots, then they do need a little bit of care. I will be doing a full 6-month review on these when I sort of pack these away in the next month or so. They're starting to feel a little bit warm on some days, but we'll do a full 6-month review on these. But today we're just giving them a bit of love. So yeah, they're looking a little bit dry. Generally, I kind of like my boots to run a little bit dry. It shows up the patina. Certainly my 1907s here, never been treated in any way, several years old. I've given them a little bit of a brush up, but I like that sort of extra patina that sort of running your boots a little bit dry gives. But with these, as I say, I want them waterproof, I want them supple, and I want them fit for purpose as winter boots really. So in the past, I've only really used the Red Wings all natural boot oil once. It is a recommended product for both the Sawmills here and also the 875s over here. These have been resold, if you can see that, so they don't have the Christie sole on them anymore. But I sort of went off it. It really darkened the leather. It didn't give me that sort of nice deep patina, I guess, that I wanted, and I sort of put it away. But this is the recommended product. It's really readily available. I've done reviews on Armstrongs and Chamberlain's before, but this is the most readily available, most affordable product. I think this is about $15 or £15 in the UK. Really big container, and I think it's just a job for these boots. It will darken them, but I think the big reveal on that is pretty much any conditioner that's leaving oils in your leather will darken your boots. Some discussion on Bic 4, but I've never tried that. I think it's Bic, yeah. But maybe another day. But so for these boots, I think I'm going to go with the all natural boot oil. So as you'll see on the container there, it's a natural blend of pine pitch and mink oil. And really that's kind of what you want for a winter boot. The mink oil offers some waterproofing, it's got some conditioning properties, but the pine pitch is what you really need. What I understand is that traps those oils in the boots and does the job. So, bit of a compromise. If you want waterproof boots, they are going to darken. For these, okay, we'll lose a bit of patina, but I think they'll probably look absolutely fine with a slightly darker look to them. I'm anticipating these will probably go sort of very, very dark brown and lighten up over a little bit of time, but we'll see. So the plan is that we'll give them a brush off. So that's one of the critical things with boot care. Brush out your welts, brush out the stitches, make sure there's no debris in there. We'll give them a quick wipe off with a wet cloth, just to pick up any surface dirt, and then we'll oil them up and give them a buff once that's settled in. So let's get them treated. So the first thing was simply take out the laces, allow full access to the bellows tongue, give it a good old brush off. I also used a little brush just to go around the welt, but certainly get the dust out of those bellows tongues. Then a little wipe over with a damp cloth, just to take off the surface dirt, not much on there, just a few moments to dry. Just give it a little wipe over. And then it was on with the boot oil. A little bit thicker than I remember it, but really thirsty boots. Certainly enjoyed being oiled up. Again, around the tongue, really important to get it in there. On the collar, I believe it's deerskin. I thought a more gentle product was probably the right thing up there. So I went for the Chamberlain's healing balm, which is largely coconut oil based. And then finally, half an hour just for everything to soak in. Then just a little wipe off. There wasn't much left. As I say, pretty thirsty. And then it was a case of lacing them back up. can't quite remember which way these eyelets go, but it doesn't really matter. That's the Sawmill's condition. Haven't actually darkened them that much. Certainly look a lot smarter and generally happier boots, I think. They were very thirsty. The oil went in very, very quickly. I left them for about half an hour before I gave them a wipe off, but there really wasn't anything that hadn't soaked in. The oil I found quite thick. I didn't remember it being quite that thick, but this has been stored outside, so it's somewhat cold, so maybe that's it. It does say you can apply this by hand, but I don't really sort of want to get a product like that on my hand. I think it would just be a complete pain to clean off. So I used a clean cloth. For around the collars at the top here, slightly different leather, didn't really need it to be waterproof, just supple. So on that one I did use the coconut oil based Chamberlain's Healing Balm. That's made them nice and supple, and I think looked after the leather for another season. But yeah, very easy to apply, slightly pine scented, not unpleasant, and maybe it's restored my faith a little bit in this product, because I was disappointed by how much darkening there was on the 875s. I think, you know, from what I've learned, that's inevitable, but on the Sawmills here, I think it's a really good match. I think it's really restored a good luster to the leather, and I think it actually looks really good for it. So all natural boot oil, I think that'll be something I'll be using periodically on these boots going forwards, and that's about it really. As I say, there'll be a long-term review on these at the end of the season, so a 6-month review. They've had plenty of wear. The Vibram lug sole, really robust, but showing some signs of wear there. I do walk a lot though, so yeah, really happy with these, and a review to come up on those. If you haven't seen my channel before, lots of boot reviews, lots of Red Wings, Thorogoods, English brands like Trickers. Do check it out. Plenty of content in terms of boots. Also like really good quality denim and heritage wear. Bit of everyday carry, fountain pens, pen knives, that sort of stuff. Do check it out. Might share some other common interests. If you like what you see, please do subscribe and give it a thumbs up. If you've used the all natural boot oil before and you've got an opinion, please share it in the comments below. And that's about it. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.